being at the set, and fucking I was in Neuchâtel, Switzerland, at a film festival. I was also in an episode of Hollywood Babylon in London, and I talked about it and whatnot. So it was out there in the world, and I got an email from JJ. And he was like, dude, please shut your mouth. He's like, stop talking about the movie. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I kept it as vague and spoiler-free as possible. He goes, dude, it's not that. The things you're saying are beautiful. Just stop telling people that you went at all. And I said, why? And he goes, because now everybody's calling Disney going, I want to go on the Millennium Falcon. And I was like, fuck you, start charging them, man. All those rich people and shit like that. So that was, I thought that was cute. But here's the real reason I wanted to tell you that story. So that happened while I was out in England. And I had this amazing day on set. Before I went, you know, I got the email going, hey, come visit the set. So I asked my wife to come with me. I was like, I didn't even ask her. It's just expected when you're married. You do everything together except shit. So, you know, she's like, we're going to the set. And then I got an email going, oh, it's just you for security reasons. Hope you understand. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, fuck her. And, and so, you know, she's like, all right, fuck, go have fun at Star Wars. I was like, I will. And I went off to a galaxy far, far away, and my clock got dialed back, and I fell in love with movie magic again and whatnot. I was like, wow, there is a bit of pixie dust in the air, man. There's a little bit of wonder here. This is neat. So I come back to the hotel, and all I want to do is get the experience down. I didn't have anything with me, you know, to record. I usually podcast and stuff. So I just wanted to put all my feelings down, everything pretty much that I said to you guys, put it down on paper and whatnot. So I get back to the hotel furiously journalizing about what I saw on the set of Star Wars. And my wife, since I was out doing that, she was out with Jason's wife, Jordan, and they were having wine and whatnot. So she came back to the room, and, you know, she had a few drinks in her. And so she was like, how was Star Wars? And, you know, and I was like, it was fun, man. It was amazing. I stepped on the Millennium Falcon and I cried, and she's like, ugh, baby. And I was like, it was. I was a baby, but it was worth it. And she was going, I'm glad you had a good time and stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to write that. I got to finish writing. I was sitting here writing. She goes, okay. So I go back and I'm writing more about Star Wars. And so since she's had a few drinks in her, all of a sudden, a few minutes later, she comes out to me where I'm in the living room part of the hotel room. And she's just wearing like a hockey jersey and nothing else, which is, you know, you might as well just fucking be wearing nothing else. That's what bing makes it for me, right? So she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just got to finish writing. She's like, do you want to come play? And I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. As soon as I finish writing about Star Wars. Which is such a big mistake. And she's sitting there going, are you fucking serious, Kevin Smith? Like when she gets a few drinks in her, she uses my last name, like a critic. And and she's like, are you sure, Kevin Smith? You don't want to fuck, you want to write about Star Wars and shit? And I was like, yes, I have to get it off my chest. Let me get this off my chest, and I'll get it all onto your chest and stuff. Just like, let me finish this and stuff. So I finished writing and whatnot, and then finally I join her, and first she's giving me shit because I didn't go right into it. And I was like, I had to get it all, I had to get it out. Now I can concentrate on you. So, you know, there we are having sex, and, you know, when she's had a drink or two, generally, you know, she's a bit more administrative, shall we say. So I get bossed around a little bit more. And she starts with this, harder, you know, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta work now? You know, because I'm still thinking kind of about Star Wars and shit. So she's like, harder. I was like, okay. And I'm not a fucker, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you don't picture me on top of her, because you would picture a woman in jeopardy, like, ah. Because if I lose my balance, fucking she's dead. I lay down and she's on top of me, and everything happens on top of me, like a fucking fun park. So there she is up top and whatnot, and she's going harder. I'm trying to push back, but I got a bed under me, and I got no traction and stuff. So, plus I got all this undulating flesh, so it looks like Jabba's trying to cross the floor or something. And she keeps going, harder, harder. I was like, I'm trying. And this is the fucking moment. This is why I told you the other Star Wars story, because this is my favorite thing. You'd imagine that fucking Star Wars visit was the best thing that happened that day. It wasn't. This next part was the best thing, and I told Frank, I love this. Anyway, I'm trying my best, trying to, give it what she needs, and I can't, apparently I'm not meeting the demands. Harder, harder. I was like, I'm trying. She goes, use the force, fucker! So the next morning, man, like she didn't remember. Next morning I was like, do you know what you said last night? And I told her, she was like, oh my God, never tell anybody that story. Anyway, that's how we began Comic-Con. Now we turn it over to you guys. What we're gonna do is chit chat for a while, and then I'm gonna bring up Haley and Genesis, and then we're gonna see the trailer for Tusk. But before we dive into that, let's dive into some Q&A. You first set the